reconnaissance, intelligence gathering, search and rescue crews and so forth in the present day of this year's show, we've also got some nods to the past, and it's to the history of aerial reconnaissance in the RIAT that we turn with our next item. Flying officer by the name of Flying Officer Morris. Well, we've seen one very impressive transport aircraft displayed today from the Italian Air Force C-27J Spartan. Well, while what we're going to see next is not fully aerobatic, it is very, very impressive indeed. On the runway from Lufttransport Geschwader, or Air Transport Wing 62 of the German Air Force at Wunstorf, is an aeroplane very familiar with these types.
Well, that's actually quicker than I thought. No, but I don't see the jet.
Yeah.
It's the whole.
And it's not an afterburn.
Look, come on,
There was called a mass takeoff, which is accelerating to beyond the resident speed, and then accelerating a further 30 knots before lifting nose level to a max performance climb. Very useful, of course, when operating from airfields in what are known as contested environments where ground fire might be a risk. Yeah, absolutely. Another example of what is not just air show flying, but a tactic demonstration in this instance, protection of the aircraft from ground fire in contested areas.
So far been ordered, and Germany is the largest customer with 53 of them. By the end of 2021, and they're now augmented in service by C-130J Hercules of a Franco-German binational air transport squadron at Evreux in France, one of which we've got here for the first time in the static path. Now accelerating in for a path designed to simulate a visual check of a simulated drop zone at a speed up to 285 knots. Up to 40,000 feet, which underpins its enormous range. The A400M can also carry 116 passengers, or 9 aircraft packed with 54 passengers, or 66 stretchers, with a maximum payload of 37 tons. Reaching a maximum back angle somewhere in the region of 60 or so degrees during the display, can attain a maximum of 120 degrees. And they carried out a trip lift from the States for the entire fleet at Wunstorf to Mazar-e-Sharif in Afghanistan, and also Germany was the first user of this type to declare it operational in the air-to-air refueling role, because the A400M can also act as a tanker. Now, hopefully, we're going to see the aircraft establishing itself in a typical airdrop configuration on the next pass with KC-130 Hercules also capable of refueling helicopters if necessary. Yeah, absolutely. And from a fast jet perspective, they are the favoured option because the fast is like incredibly stable. The only downside is it takes these refueler to the top end of the speed engine and the receiver to the bottom end of the speed. Now, how about this for a long jet?
Nell'angolo d'attacco, quando descendi la variazione fa sì che tu hai l'altezza dell'ambulanza molto si diversa, sì, perché va considerato questo qua. E per il camion hanno fatto una rampa che va oltre